Hey everyone, and welcome to this webinar on mastering Airbnb in 2026 regarding search ranking, reviews, and listing accuracy. My name is Akis, and I'm the head of growth at Tikit. And this webinar is going to be probably around 15-20 minutes with the questions, and we're going to cover all the key things that you should know regarding the Airbnb changes that happened in 2025, as well as insights and priorities you should focus on for 2026. So in this webinar, we'll just gather the questions at the end. So if you have any questions, please write them in the chat, and we're going to be answering the questions towards the end. So don't hesitate to write your questions, and we'll cover them at the end. So now let's get started. So today's topic is how Airbnb search ranking works, the 4 ranking pillars, why reviews are worth $1,000, review tags and guest favorites, listing accuracy mistakes, quick accuracy wins, 48-hour action plan, and then we'll get into our Q&A. So regarding how Airbnb works, the Airbnb ranking is basically predicting guest happiness. And so they prioritize listings where your listing should be accurate, reliable, you should be responsive, and you should be well reviewed. So if you meet those 4 criteria, then you are going to be able to basically have a really good ranking when it comes to the Airbnb search results. Now, in terms of the pillars, so there's obviously quality, which means reviews, communication, cancellations. So those things are the things that are impacting quality. Then we have popularity. So how many people are viewing, how many people are saving your properties, and how many people are actually converting after they see your property. And then we have the price component, which is the competitive total cost, not just the cost that you set, but like the total cost for the guests. And then location, so the proximity to the search target. So if someone is searching, for example, New York City, Manhattan, and your property is not that close, then obviously that would negatively impact your ranking, even if everything else is great. So now let's look at why reviews are worth $1,000. So basically every 5-star review equals real money. So it impacts bookings. You get 4.6% higher bookings. You get an additional higher, 3% more annual revenue. You have a bigger impact this has a bigger impact for new listings because it positions your listing. And then the review tags influence the visibility. So this is super important for ranking your properties correctly. So for $30,000 listing, for example, this is about $900 from a single review. So it's important. Now let's talk about the review tags and guest favorite. So the review tags matter a lot, and cleanliness, accuracy, communication, check-in, location, value, these are super important to have, and consistently having positive tags means that this puts you in the guest favorite category, and this increases your visibility. So they matter a lot, and they reflect what guests are saying basically about your property. So having those badges, having the guest favorite badge can have a big impact on your property. Now, in terms of listing accuracy and mistakes, the common mistakes that we see is basically outdated photos, hidden fees, missing amenities, and vague location details. So outdated photos is very easy to happen because you have your photos and maybe you don't have a process where you would remind yourself to go in and take new photos. Maybe the apartment does not look, the home does not look exactly like it looked previously. Maybe you've changed the decoration, or you've changed, something that you have on the walls, or furniture. So that's actually super important. So Airbnb tracks guest complaints about accuracy. It's super important because they don't want any sort of surprises. Guests do not want surprises, so you need what they see. There has to be what they get on all levels, both in terms of fees, in terms of how things appear, and so on. Now, regarding quick accuracy wins, so the quick fixes, they can have a really big impact. So first of all, verify the Wi-Fi speed. Everybody cares about Wi-Fi speed, especially if you're traveling internationally and they don't have the same access as they have back home. Wi-Fi is important. So clarify shared versus private amenities. That's a common mistake that we see. So make sure that you clarify that, there's a shared entrance, for example, there's a shared pool or something. So that's super important. Update photos quarterly. Even if you need to update to create, even if the property has not significantly changed, it's a good practice to actually take a recent photo of the property, because properties age and that's a normal thing. And then disclose the fees upfront. So if you can fix, make sure that if there are any costs, any additional fees that guests need to pay, you need to make sure that they know them before they book. Now, regarding the 48-hour action plan. So if in the next 48 hours you wanted to make those changes, today, you could actually go and simply replace the outdated photos. If you have access to the property, if it's in a location where you can go today, you can actually do that today. You can verify the Wi-Fi and you can test all the amenities that are listed, that they have to match with what actually is available in the property. If you can't do it today, just plan it and do it next week, for example. But set a plan to do those things, because they become the things that you wanted to do but never do. Then the next day on your next visit, make sure that after you've checked what's exactly the status of the property, rewrite vague descriptions. People don't want vague descriptions. You should write for 4-year-olds. 4-year-olds need simplified language so that everything is super clear. And clarify shared amenities, and also make all the fees transparent. So basically, in 2 days, if you dedicate 1 day to visit the property, check everything, and then on the second day, you basically find all the fixes that need to be done and you implement them, in 48 hours, you can actually have your property completely updated. Now, regarding the questions. So we have a couple of questions that were sent to us prior to this webinar, and we're going to answer those first. So can I still rank well in a low demand area? So first, you can rank. Yes, you can rank in a low demand area. The answer is simply related to your local competition. It's not related to low demand in the area. If there is demand, even if the demand is low, if your competition allows you to rank well and the properties around you are not outperforming you, then you're going to rank well. Now, second question, should I prioritize getting more reviews or fixing accuracy first? So accuracy first is the policy that we want here. So first of all, make sure that your property has all the right data, that it has been updated correctly, and then go out there and basically try to collect more reviews and obviously improve the listing so that you can actually get more bookings. But it has to be accurate first. So that's the name of the game. And so if you focus on that, Airbnb is going to reward you by making sure that your property is accurately represented on the platform. So with that, I believe we don't have any additional questions. So with that, we should be wrapping up this short webinar. So if you have any questions on the topic, please contact our team at support@tokit.com. If you want to get any insights regarding Airbnb and how you can actually leverage the features and the functionalities on the platform, also please contact our team. We're more than happy to share insights and ideas from our existing clients and how they are leveraging the platform in order to gain maximum number of bookings and maximize their revenue. So would love to hear from you. Thank you very much.